What profession has way more people on illegal drugs than people realize?
That's just the question. I mean, and then then there was 10,000 comments. And I don't get into the comments, but.
Oh, I printed out 7 pages of comments.
Did you really?
Oh, I did. Yeah. Lawyers, holy F. I'm self-employed, the place I work at. That dude is stoned all the time.
Ooh.
Get it? He's self-employed. The place I work is
right.
the dude is stoned. It's him. You know what?
I didn't get it.
Fester, you made a comment that you thought that working in radio since the mid-1990s, you think that the drug usage that you're aware of at stations you've worked at is excessive?
I don't know. I mean, I think in my youth, I lived an adventurous, sheltered life.
Yeah.
I never saw marijuana growing up. You know, I think I saw cigarettes. I think my uncle liked scotch. I mean, I never saw drugs. I never saw cocaine. I never saw, people who were strung out.
Really?
Then I get to the radio station as an intern.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys have weed. A lot of guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it felt like a lot of guys. A lot of the guys that I had to run with, it felt like had weed. And then some of the guys had cocaine.
Can you whisper to me one of them?
Which one?
The weed?
But the coke was admitted.
We know that one.
Anybody who was a board operator was potted out of their mind.
Really?
Yeah.
Listen, hey, BJ, he came on the show after BJ split from me, and the MJ and BJ morning show became the MJ morning show. BJ, after we were estranged for a number of years, BJ came back. Remember, he flew in, and we did a whole, intervention revelation show.
Yeah, BJ had an issue. A couple of guys had an issue that I would hear of or know of or, seen once or twice, and I'm like, this isn't my thing. I'm like, where's the refrigerator? Where's the food?
Let's go to phones.
They were having a party, a bunch of Coke. I mean, is it Coca-Cola? I'm coming.
Let's hit a couple of calls here. 800-990-1047. What profession might people not realize has way more people on illegal drugs than what people realize? What occupation? What do you do? Or what have you observed? What line of work are just a crap ton of people all drugged up?
And then, what's drugs? I mean,
well, I would say, cocaine, methamphetamine.
I mean, guys smoking a little bit of pot.
Doing some bumps,
Doing some bumps.
Well, bump of cocaine.
Bump of cocaine.
Yeah,
Where do you even know that language from?
A guy, he used to do it off the secretary's shoulder.
Let's go to phones.
Ooh,
All right,
gross.
off of Sierra Mange's shoulder. All right, 800-990-10. I've never done coke in my life.
No.
I've never smoked a joint in my life. I've inhaled secondhand marijuana smoke, but I have never smoked pot in my life. I've done no illicit drugs ever. All right, let's hit the phones. Look, every line is already lit. Every line. What line of work are way more people on drugs than people realize? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. And then right after this, I'm going to get to my teased item, which is, are you a returnaholic? So do you buy stuff and return stuff all the time? You got to hear this. This is a little new twist here. We'll get to that in just a second. First, let me grab some calls. Angelo, Lake Wales is first up.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Angelo. Near the, they're doing a whole refurb of the Bach Tower out there, man. It's all exciting.
Are they? Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You didn't even know that, did you? Yeah. All right, go ahead, Angelo.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I would say sales.
What kind of sales? What type of sales?
Well, I've sold a lot of things. I would say probably everything. And the root cause of it, in my opinion, is there's no certainty as to your income. And what happens is if you're a yacht salesman and you sell a yacht, you make $50,000. You do maybe 3, 4, 5 of those a year, and you're all set. But you may go a year and only sell one.
Yeah.
And anything even down to car sales and.
All right, so Angelo, are you telling me you sold yachts?
No, but I know people that have.
Okay.
I've sold a lot of things, not yachts, but I sold a lot of things. I even know people that sell the granite throughout the world for skyscrapers to be built.
Oh, wow.
And they make one sale and they make a couple of $100,000. So they look to make 1 or 2 a year.
And you're talking about they make a couple $100,000 just in commissions?
Commission, sure.
Sure.
Wow. All right.
Sure.
So, Angelo, what drug in your experience? You know, your hold on a minute. Your yacht salesman friends, your granite salesman friends, your car sales. So, what's the drug of choice?
Usually Coke.
Yeah, bumps. Look at that.
Yeah, and it gets bumped up
Yeah.
to worse things.
Hold on. Like what? Like what? Heroin?
Yeah, sure. Sure, they can't get a high anymore. They wind up all screwed up. I mean,
Wow.
it's just the uncertainty of the income. They make a ton of money. They get a rush. It's almost like gambling. And then they go a long period of time. They don't make anything.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Skippy shows up to get his yacht, and then the salesman's all strung out on heroin.
Where the hell have you been?
Yeah,
Skippy?
I don't like to comment on Ferris Bueller's vest.
What was that?
I'd like to comment on Ferris Bueller's vest.
Go ahead, and I got to move on. Go ahead, Angelo.
Jeff Bezos is getting married this weekend. I think I know what he's wearing to the wedding.
Oh, Jeff Bezos is going to wear the Ferris Bueller. He's the buyer of Ferris Bueller's vest. Thank you.
It's got to be. It's either him or it's Zuckerberg or it's Musk.
All right.
It's one of them.
Thank you, Angelo. Michelle in St. Pete. Michelle, what line of work are people on more illicit drugs than people realize?
Healthcare workers.
Oh, like what? Like nurses and doctors?
Yeah, I mean it happens a lot more than you think. I mean, I'm a NICU nurse, but I personally know a nurse who overdosed at work.
You're a neonatal intensive care unit nurse?
I am.
And you see other like RNs?
No, I've never seen it personally, but I have a friend who was also a nurse, worked at a different hospital, and she overdosed on medications from a patient in the bathroom of the hospital.
So wait, hold on. What? Wait, hold on. The nurse was pilfering medications from a patient and OD'd in a bathroom at the hospital?
She did. Her fiance at the time, she never came home, and he was calling us, calling everybody, trying to find out where she was. Finally called her work, and they went around to all the bathrooms and found one that was locked and had to kick the door down, and she was in there.
Okay, MJ, hold on.
It's like Nurse Jackie. Remember that show?
Michelle, I don't know if this is what we're looking for, though, because it sounds like you've described two fairly isolated incidents of people with really bad issues.
No, I've heard.
But no, we're looking. Are you saying that like 3/4 of the nurses out there are all like smoking weed and stuff? Like I walk into my doctor's office, everybody's high.
But I think there is a high incidence of healthcare workers that get involved in street drugs because they start off with something less. They may steal narcotics from patients, or that's kind of hard to do these days. But
with Nurse Jackie, they went to the dispenser machine. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Michelle, thanks for the call. Again, listen, this is why we're taking calls faster. It's like professions where there's a higher amount of drug use.
I think every profession has somebody doing drugs.
Let me grab
every profession.
PT is calling in from Austin, Texas. PT, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Oh, my gosh. I've been a long time listening for a long time.
Are you from the Tampa area?
What, again?
Hold on, PT, are you from the Tampa Bay area?
No, sir. I'm from actually Texas. You're like an hour ahead of me.
Yeah, so how did you find us if you live in Austin, Texas?
I actually used to live in St. Louis like a long, long time ago.
Oh.
I met you guys in high school.
You listened to us when we were on in St. Louis for 14 years, yeah. All right, so PT, what profession are more people drugged out than people realize?
Well, since I worked in the kitchen, it's probably the food service area, so probably the kitchen.
Did you ever read, you know who Anthony Bourdain was, right?
Yes.
So Anthony Bourdain wrote that book, Kitchen Confidential, which is a great freaking book. You know what? That dude was a good cook. He was but he was a better storyteller. That guy, his words are prolific. Anthony Bourdain, you read that book, and he wrote it. But even when you watch the Anthony Bourdain, like the TV, the shows where he's going, he wrote all the narratives, and they're just brilliantly written.
Yes.
Anyway, PT in Kitchen Confidential, Anthony
hold on,
Bourdain.
you're a little lower. It's only because I'm not in the speaker's phone. So could you hold on?
You want me to yell? Hold on, you got a megaphone.
Don't yell in the megaphone.
No, I'm not in speakerphone. There you go. I'm so sorry, sir.
I just put new batteries in it.
Did you put them in, or did we not put them in?
I put them in. Now it's not my. Now it's working. All right. Can you hear? Hey, PT, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
In the Anthony Bourdain book, he talks about everybody was on drugs in the kitchen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's good. All right. Well, very good. Hey, listen, PT, I appreciate you calling.
Thank you.
I have
so
a
much.
lovely day. All right, one more call on this. We got to move on. Paige is in Tampa. Paige, you're on the MJ Morning Show. What's a profession where people are on drugs much more than people realize?
So listen, I would imagine like anybody that can write themselves a prescription or anybody that's got to listen to people's problems all day, like a therapist or a psychiatrist, I would imagine would probably be on some pretty serious stuff.
Well, hold on, but this is not. You can imagine. This is like
No, I don't know from experience, but like, listen, I'm in therapy and I know I got some pretty weird issues, and I couldn't imagine my therapist being sober half the time she had to listen to me.
No, but I think that's a big red flag. I don't think a doctor can write themselves their own prescription for scheduled drugs.
I mean,
I would really hope not. That would be a whole other situation.
Hey, so more importantly, Paige, I'm curious, man. What are your issues?
I got a little bit of PTSD and depression, but like nothing like extensive. I mean, well, I was listening to your nightmare situation earlier, and I wanted to call in on that, but I'm like, yeah, I'm going to save it.
All right.
But yeah.
Well, I hope that you find peace and that your therapy is working.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. I'm
Okay,
in a
hold
much
on.
better world. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you, Paige.
Paige
All right,
sounds like she has some big issues if she thinks she's driving her psychiatrist to drugs.
one last call here, and you want to talk about a nightmare. Oh, man. Bill is in Holiday. Yes, Bill.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What profession might be drugged up more than people realize?
You might not want to hear this, but
I know. I can see it on the screen. I know I don't want to hear it.
right, yeah, I got my CDL. I'm not one of them, but talk to people. You see them. Here's the crazy part: they dip a toothpick in cocaine and they chew on the toothpick while they're driving. And
he's talking about truck drivers.
Oh, wait.
yeah, I mean it's a sad truth. Even when I was going to school for it,
I never heard of that in my life. You're telling me that that's a thing? You dip a
That's a thing.
toothpick in cocaine and then you chew on the toothpick?
you dip your toothpick in cocaine. Hey, go to truck stops, and if you see truck drivers walking with toothpicks in their mouth, I'm telling you, it's a thing, man. As hard as it is to want to believe, it's a thing.
Oh, man, that is scary. And you're towing, you're pulling 65,000 pounds.
Right? Yeah. Oh, well, hey, you guys are the best, man. Keep up the great work.
All right, thank you. Oh, my God, that's a nightmare. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you liked it. Go ahead and click, share, subscribe, all this stuff.